What's up, y'all? What y'all doing here? I didn't expect to see y'all. All jokes aside, welcome, guys. My name is William Medina, and hopefully this is going to be the first edition of Burning Patchouli. I don't know what to call it, a podcast. I don't know what to call it, a YouTube channel. I don't know what to call it. I just can't keep my goddamn mouth shut, and I said got. So all you Christians out there, don't come for me just yet. I don't want anybody feeling offended. I know it's 2020 and that's easily done, but let me get into it first. So, like I said, hopefully this is going to be one of many episodes of what I like to call Burning Patchouli, which is a conversation that I hope to have with all of you guys, not necessarily just talking at you, talking to you. I want to engage. I just want to talk, and anyone who knows me knows that I can't keep my mouth shut. So this is a great start. So welcome to Burning Patchouli, where we just talk, or at least I do. Tell me to shut up whenever, but let's get it started. Let me start burning my patchouli. Yes. Oh, the fan is not working. Mamacita, do you mind turning off the fan? Mamacita is the personal assistant here. Mamacita. She's getting acclimated. Give her a moment. Oh, the patchouli is burning. Okay. As you can see here, I'm a plant dad. This is Phoenix, and this is Ivy. I got my crystals here, my rocks and my tings, I try to, live in the light, but I'm still in Brooklyn and still in therapy, so don't let it fool you. I get you. I'll meet you outside. Oh, thank you, Mamacita. She put it back on. Oh, she's a doll. But again, welcome to Burning Patchouli. So, given that it's 2020 and it is an election year, I kind of want to steer away from it right now for it being politically driven. I want to just really have a conversation with you guys and bring it to you guys with a little bit of lightheartedness. Let's have fun before we dive into what we're already dealing with. We're in such tense times with the election, with our political climate, as well as the overall climate of this country. And though I will, and we will, hopefully speak on these things in the future, I wanted the introduction to be just lighthearted. Let's just breeze over some things that I feel like you and I are talking about on a daily with our friends, family, coworkers, etc. Just to make it smooth, just for the conversation to get started. So again, it is 2020, it is an election year, and what I will say for, just right now, considering the election, is that I just hope everyone's registered to vote, and I hope that you show up to the ballot on November 3rd and vote for whomever you choose to. No judgments here, but I do hope that you guys are registered and taking this election very serious, as you should every election, not just presidential elections. We all know that the most impactful elections are ones that happen outside of the presidential ones, which means our local ones. So just make sure you guys are registered to vote. Make sure you're out there voting and being active within your community and not just on social media. With that being said, it is August 25th, I believe. I don't know. 2020, we don't know. I don't even know what month we actually in. Yup, I said actually. I told y'all, with the crystals, the burning of the patchouli, I ain't that saved. I'm still from Brooklyn. Big up the Brooklyn Flatbush. Water, hydrate. Gotta get some sponsors in. What are the things that has been on my brain as of lately? Is just a whole bunch of different ideas that I feel like that are coming from everyone during quarantine. I know that some of my friends are being super, super creative with their free time, and I dare I even say it's starting their own businesses. So I really want to shout everyone out who is really taking the time to not only invest in themselves in that way, but taking a leap and really just kind of occupying their time with something that is fun, and creative, because the people that I know that are doing things with their time that are creative aren't necessarily looking at it as a lucrative deal just yet. They are really enjoying themselves, and from what I read, I do read. I hope you do too. I actually saw something the other day that was a meme that said, "If you go to someone's house to have sex and they don't have books, don't give it to them." That's a pretty good. It's very good, very good. But they're not looking at it as lucrative just yet. They're looking at it as an outlet for their creativity and their free time to just have fun with it. And I think that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. And my friends are pretty creative, and I'll be sure to drop links to their pages underneath the YouTube channel, so that way you guys can check out some of the things they have going, and as well as you guys. Again, this is a conversation, this is an engagement. So I want to promote businesses, Black-owned businesses, people of color. I just want us to really just start to move forward in not only conversations, but in celebrating each other. Okay, they're not gonna do it, we gotta do it. So again, Black-owned businesses, people of color, drop your links, drop your businesses. I have no problem sharing it on my YouTube channel. And again, hit up the comment sections. Tell me guys what you want to hear, what you want to talk about. What are some of the things that I talked about maybe during the podcast that you want to elaborate or go further on? I really, 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 really want this to be an engagement and a conversation. I had did this before with a friend. And I don't even know if I should say the name of the podcast we had, because let me touch on my crystals, because keep the energy right. No, but I did this before, and a lot of people did inquire about what was going on as far as it reaching, other people outside of just my friend group and their friend groups to really engage more people. And that kind of fell to the wayside as all things. But it took a little time for me to lick my wounds to really just kind of find what it is that I wanted to do. Now, I said in the beginning of this is that everybody who has come in encounter with me knows I love to talk. Okay, I love it. Can't shut me up. Sometimes I have to tell myself to shut up. Like, William, shut the fuck up. But I mean, I have the gift of gab, self-proclaimed, and I really, really just enjoy communicating. I enjoy conversation. I enjoy respectful debates, and I think that that's my goal here. So with everything that I had contributed to the podcast before with a friend, I kind of wanted to tweak it and really make it my own, because now it is a one-man show. For now, who's to say that burning patchouli won't become a rotating circle? I kind of modeled the idea of this podcast, or even just a show. Thinking big, baby, thinking big. Come on, ABC, NBC. I even take Fox. Come on. Is there still a UPN, or is it called My 9? I like UPN. I'm just saying. Just modeled it after what I wanted to be a present day The View. But not as intense as we enter into this. You know what I mean? Like, not as intense as The View. I don't want to go there just yet. We will, but I don't want to hit you with it. I told you, let me touch my crystals again. I'm getting a little crazy. I don't want it to go there just yet, but that is the goal. I want it to be as intense as The View in some aspects, but not as fake as The Real. Ooh. Just saying. Shout out to The Real, but what y'all talk about? What y'all doing? What y'all talking about? I always feel like I watch the Real and I'll be like, what they was talking about? A whole lot of nothing. So I wanted to be insightful and really, really diving into topics that we want to talk about. Again, that comes into the comment section, that comes into us just engaging one another to talk about things that we want to talk about. So again, let's give you a brief description of what burning patchouli is about. Got my patchouli burning, yeah. So let's just jump right into it. I'm gonna hit y'all off with something very lighthearted. I don't know if you guys have watched Real Housewives of Potomac, but the creme de la creme of Housewives. Potomac has served every season since they started, and we're in season 5. I believe we're on episode 5 or 6, not too sure. We'll blame Mamacita for not being ready. She didn't give me any of my notes, and whatever. You know, that's a different story. But the Real Housewives of Potomac is my escapism. It's delicious reality TV, and we're in, I believe, episode 5, and I say we're because I'm a part of them. You know, shout out to the cast: Karen Huger, Monique Samuels, Giselle Bryant, Candace Dillard, Bissette, I believe her last name is, Wendy, and then Robin. Robin is, let me not, but Robin, girl, what you doing? Because all these other women are bringing something, and Robin hasn't brought not a goddamn thing, but about 3 pies of pizza in this latest episode to the table. So I don't know. I'm not a part of production yet, but it's such an ensemble cast where these ladies are really bringing it in the most delicious way. It's really, really good to watch. Again, we believe they're in season 5, episode 5 or 6. And if you guys are checking anything out on your DVR, on your Hulu, check out Real Housewives of Potomac. It is really great. It comes on at Sundays at 8 p.m., I believe, on Bravo. So check your local listings. Look, I'm already plugging them. I shouldn't be. Yeah, you know, where my money? Where the production? Where production? Where my sponsors? We're going to hit you with some water again because, you know, could be a sponsor. Refreshing. But in the Housewives type of arena, I just read from NBC Today show that Dorinda Medley of The Real Housewives of New York has officially decided that she's not coming back after 6 seasons. Now, a lot of people are speculating that it is because of her dislike for the conversation about alcohol at the reunion for season 11 or 12. I don't really know. Now, I've never really been such a fan of the Housewives of New York because of the fact that I'm from New York. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Originally, again, Flatbush. But being from New York, when the Real Housewives of New York premiered and I didn't see not one person of color not on that cast, I was bothered by it because New York is such the epicenter for diversity, and when I saw just 5, 6 white women, I was really bothered by that way back when. So it's been really hard for me to take to it, being a New Yorker, being a native New Yorker, and not having anyone look like you on the cast. But I have kept up with it. I have done my my research, but I believe Dorinda Medley not coming back to the Real Housewives of New York was because, in my personal opinion, is because she was, as they all were, a drunken damn mess. Now, we like a good party. I don't know about y'all, but we like a good party, right? Good times. But these women were sloppy. And I think that Andy Cohen and the production team had no choice but to address it. And I think that the mirror for Dorinda, may be the reflection looking back made her say, let me take a seat. And rightfully so. I mean, no judgments here, but I mean, you were on a TV show and you guys were slurring. When subtitles need to be put underneath conversations, I think that maybe you do need to just take a moment, take a breather, and really just, yeah, just take it easy a little bit. Just take it easy. So I think that maybe that had something to do with her saying, let me take a seat for a couple of, let me just take a seat. We don't know if she's going to be back. Most housewives kind of leave that door open. So housewives are my guilty pleasure, okay? There are two speeds for me, and that is Political Junkie, which is keeping up with the political climate. And then there's fucking Bravo and VH1. I love that shit, yo. I love that shit. I love it, I love it, I love it. Now you love it? Really? You love it? Because I love it. I love it. It's so good. So rich. Delicioso. Right? But let's take a hard right turn, because I also saw that 2 storms are brewing in the Gulf of Mexico. So I want to send a whole bunch of shout outs and love to my people down in the Gulf of Mexico. Be safe, be prepared, and do what you can. I believe it's Hurricane Laura, which is now a hurricane, and it's forecasted to strengthen and make landfall along Louisiana, Mississippi, and I believe Texas. I don't know. I believe even the meteorologists don't know, because, you know, I don't know if you like me, you use that app and you be like 70% chance of rain, and you look outside, it be sunny. So they don't know. They don't never know. They don't know nothing, but they tell us to stay inside. I'm parched. That's because I talk too goddamn much. I'm about to take a snack, and maybe I shouldn't, but I love these little peanut butter cups from Trader Joe's. I shouldn't be eating. Y'all probably gonna be like, whatever, but whatever. They good. My best friend put me onto them. Them is good. Them is rich. But real talk, everybody in the Gulf of Mexico, please be safe, but most importantly, be prepared. You have 2 hurricanes coming, and again, Hurricane Laura is projected and forecast to strengthen. So it is crucial that you guys are doing your best to be prepared for something that obviously is inevitable. And just be safe, y'all. Be safe. I'm smacking. Whatever. Y'all know y'all be hungry. And my ass not only does love to talk, I love to eat. What's some of y'all favorite snacks? Shout out to Trader Joe's, because they be getting me. The dark chocolate peanut butter cups, along with their dried fruit, the mango. Delicioso. It's so good. And you can tell I got Ivy and Phoenix from them. Being a plant dad is pretty cool, you know. I lost one. I had an aloe plant. I'm sure y'all can relate to this. It was so temperamental. I feel like the bitch didn't want to be here. And if she didn't want to be here, she could go, and she did. Bye. Her name was Vera. I had took her from my sister's house. She was in the bathroom looking lonely, and I thought I could give her a better home. You know, aloe vera. I thought I could help you out. I brought her to where you see the natural light is beautiful. And she decided to act all funny in her little corner, in her little pot. So she died. And I know that for plant moms and dads out there and anybody in between. It hits your heart, you know, when one of your babies don't want to thrive. But I did what I could. And she ain't like it, so I'm going to give her this right here, in the words of Nene Leakes, because she ain't have to do me like that. She really did. And I'm not with it. So, since Mamacita didn't give me any of the notes, I'm kind of winging it. I'm winging it here. I'm not winging it. Mamacita, you're the best. Thank you, doll. Bitch. No. Anyway, in lighthearted pop culture news, and something related to the climate that we're in, back to school across America, right? It's the last 2 weeks of August. Administration for the schools are getting back. Some of their mayors and the governors are are releasing the plans and guidelines for what is to come and what's to expect for the 2020 fall semester. And what I thought to be pretty cool is everyone knows Chrissy Teigen, right? Everyone knows our favorite Twitter gal. And if you're on Twitter, she is the best on Twitter. Shout out to John Legend too, his wife, Chrissy Teigen. She shared some photos on social that she made her, one of her 15 rooms, I'm sure, in her mansion, into a beautiful little classroom. And I thought it was so cute. But on top of that, she also tweeted that she was offering to help buy teachers school supplies during the pandemic. Now that goes into what I was saying in the beginning of the podcast. It's not necessarily just tweeting about your frustrations or opportunities for, us moving forward as people, but really, really putting your money where your mouth is, and not necessarily just your dollar, but just getting out there and getting your hands dirty. I think it was really cool for her to not only show like how she was getting her family ready for the upcoming 2020 fall semester, but helping out our teachers and offering to pay for some supplies. She definitely said, if you are a teacher, and this is a quote from one of her tweets, if you are a teacher in need of supplies for the upcoming school year, please drop your, of course someone wants to FaceTime. Girl, leave me alone. Leave me alone, girl. Ain't nobody got time for you. Let me put this on airplane mode so there's no more interruptions. Like, don't nobody want to talk to you right now. What the fuck? Like, leave me alone. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. We're not doing this today with you. We're recording Burning Patchouli for the first time. It's taken a minute. I'm finally taking the leap. I don't know why I'm singing. But yeah, shout out to Chrissy Teigen and all of the school teachers out there getting ready for the fall 2020 semesters. I don't have any children, but I have them babies. And them babies is my sister's babies. Them is my babies. I have my own personal opinion about it, but not being a parent, I don't feel like I have a horse in this race. I just know that if I was a parent, my child is not going back to school just yet. Just because of the uncertainty. I'm not going to politicize this virus, COVID-19. I'm not going to make it a red or blue issue. I'm not going to make it I'm not going to do that. But I would just say, just being an American and not having the information that we have, I just wouldn't feel comfortable with sending my child back to school just yet. So shout out to the parents and the administrations and the teachers who have to make that difficult decision, not only for the well-being of their children, but again, the administration aspect of it and the teachers and who have to go back to work, who need the income, it's just a really difficult decision to make. So I can only keep you in my prayers and really shout you guys out for being the true rock stars, as well as the doctors, nurses, and anyone who is on the front line, our essential workers who are still on the front line during this pandemic. Because I get it. It feels like there's some type of normalcy coming back. I know in New York City, we kind of did our due diligence back in March, April, May, and we suffered with being inside. But it seems as if things are gearing back up and we're getting back into some type of normalcy. But I think that we can't forget the fact that there are so many people out there who have never gotten a chance to take a moment to either breathe or take care of themselves because they have been deemed essential and have been on the front lines during this whole pandemic. So shout out to all you guys who are still making shit happen for us. Real talk. So to the administration for the fall 2020 semester, my hat's off to you, ladies and gentlemen and people and things. I don't want no problems. So Chrissy Teigen definitely offered to pay for some of the supplies for teachers, and I thought that was pretty dope. Still kind of gearing in the field of entertainment. I don't know if you guys have heard about the Ellen DeGeneres show and the whole debacle behind the scenes of not only what, and this is a quote, some would call a hostile working environment. With all of that, she had fired as recently as 3 top producers. And as you know, the cancel culture that we live in, that's not enough for the fans. Some people are even calling for the end of the Ellen DeGeneres show. And recently on Twitter, I'm such a tweeter. I love Twitter. I love everything about Twitter. I mean, we don't like the cancel culture aspect that comes from Twitter, but I love the information and news aspect that does come from it. But yeah, so the people on Twitter, our fellow tweeters, recently an old clip of Sofia Vergara resurfaced, and that's the wind blowing in the shutters. Mamacita, I need that to not happen again, darling. We need to either close the windows or get something to hold them, please. Back to what I was saying about Sofia Vergara and a clip resurfacing from the Ellen DeGeneres show. I'm laughing at myself because I already see how sporadic and absolutely crazy this sounds, but I just want you guys to get a feel of what I want this to be. Let's have fun. Let's talk. I like to talk. What y'all doing? In the words of Leslie Jordan, right? That's his name? Well, shit. What are y'all doing? But Sofia Vergara and Ellen DeGeneres have had plenty of interviews on the Ellen DeGeneres show where they've spoken, and Ellen, being a comedian, has made fun of her accent. She even, I believe, on one year dressed up as Sofia Vergara for Halloween. And where we're at culturally is that, oh my God, that is so disgusting. How dare she make fun of her? How dare she make fun of her accent? Now, this is something that I can even attest to, is that I'm good at accents. I really am. I remember Robin Williams in Mrs. Doubtfire when he was talking. I don't know if it was the court-ordered office when he was looking for a job, and he's like, what do you do? What are your skills? He's like, I do voices. I do voices too. And I am a comedian. I haven't been picked up by anybody. I'm not sponsored by anyone, but I do. I am a comedian. People around me know that. I'm very lighthearted and I like to laugh. So scaling it back to Sofia Vergara and the Ellen DeGeneres show, I mean, she's done plenty of things, plenty of interviews with Sofia Vergara, and Twitter is now saying that, you know, it's basically offensive. And Sofia Vergara recently came out, and I'm going to read you a quote. And I'm sorry that I have to peer away to my phone because the teleprompter is not working just yet. And we're only on camera 2 right now, right? Camera 2? Okay. Sofia Vergara tweeted, quote, "Two comedians having fun with each other to entertain. I was never a victim, guys. I was always in on the joke." Now, I think we need to take that into consideration because though we may feel a certain type of way, the woman and the person who the joke, I guess, was about, not only was she in on it, she participated in it, and she's saying she's fine. Now, if you're offended, you can be offended. But I think that we need to take into consideration, especially in the modern day cancel culture. Let's listen. Let's listen. Sofia says she's not offended. She's not offended. Let's just listen. So, I know I wasn't offended, but what I am a little touchy on is the celebrities coming to the defense of Ellen prematurely, in what I like to say, because they're like, oh, Ellen has always been a delight, you know, I've never had an issue on her show, etc., etc. Now, the people who deem the Ellen Show working environment to be toxic, Weren't your celebrities, weren't A-listers. Of course you're not going to be treated that way when you're the talent. You're coming in. They need you. They need you for the ratings. They need you to keep the show moving. So I think that when people like that speak on the culture in a work environment, when they're not necessarily there, you're not a part of the staff. You're, again, the talent. Pump your brakes. You want to defend your friend? You can defend your friend. I think call her up. See how she doing. Talk to her. But don't come tell me, the average Joe, that this is something that you've never seen happen, because in reality, you won't see it happen. You'll never see this happening. It just wouldn't happen because, again, you're the talent. So I think that they need to be a little bit more mindful in how they come across, because you don't want to negate someone's story because it's not what you experienced. We need to listen to the people. We need to not only listen but believe them. With evidence, and then due process. Let's do the investigations. Let's make it right if there's a way to make it right. In this situation, I believe that the firing of the three top producers of the Ellen DeGeneres show was a step in the right direction. But I also don't believe celebrities coming to the defense of other of the host is conducive to for the staff to be heard, because, again, you guys wouldn't experience that. You guys wouldn't experience that at all. It goes into celebrities speaking on things as if they are the average person. You're not. You're in a different tax bracket. We're not the same. Good for you, but we're not the same. So stop trying to connect with me in that way, and connect with me through your art, through your entertainment, and through the reason that you are a celebrity. But don't make it seem like you still on the block with me. That ain't gonna happen. Okay? When the last time J-Lo was in the Bronx? When the last time she did anything for the Bronx? But she's still Jenny from the block. I guess. Shout out to Jennifer Lopez. All fun, all lighthearted fun, we're just chopping it up. So I'll wrap this up so I won't bore you guys. Again, this is an introduction to what I hope to be a conversation with you guys. We're going to get into the deep topics. We're going to talk about everything and everything that is a current event. I just wanted this introduction to be an introduction to who I am. And this is who I am. I'm lighthearted. I'm funny. I'm not going to say I'm fun, right? That was so narcissistic of me. I'm fun. Yeah. Come hang with me. No, but I really just wanted this to be an introduction to you guys to really, really, really engage with one another. We're at a really tough time. And let's talk to each other and not at each other. Let's see what common ground we can find before throwing our hands up in the air and saying just forget it. Again, we're going to touch on the tough topics. We definitely are. But I wanted this first show. Is it a show? It is a show. Sponsored by... I'm a little thirsty. I just wanted this first show to be an introduction into what I hope future conversations with all of you guys are going to be. Again, please utilize the comment section underneath to tell me what you guys want to talk about. What are some of the things that you hope to achieve in the remainder of the 2020 year? I mean, if it's even obtainable. Again, I said many of my friends are turning to their creative outlets and becoming business owners, and it wasn't even a plan. It just began to be an outlet for their creativity. So again, we're going to touch on the hot topics that are... I don't even want to use hot topics because then I feel like I'm biting off the View too much. And Wendy Williams already did that. What's up, Wendy? She does the, camera to person kind of talk. And I guess I admire that because I'm doing it, and I'll let y'all know it's not that easy. It's not easy at all to keep the conversation fluid, on track. Shout out to Wendy Williams. I like what she do. I respect what she do. Especially now. Shit. But I don't want to talk about, say it, hot topics. We got to find another word. Maybe you guys can help me about the daily, current events that are happening. Because it's already a knockoff of The View. And again, Wendy Williams already did that. So, I just hope you guys take that into consideration. That this is an ongoing conversation. And I hope that we continue to have it. So, with that being said, I think that's it. And I think the patchouli is just about done. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that beauty. We'll keep the conversation as long as the incense keep burning. And again, thank you for joining in on the conversation. And no matter the point of view, I want you guys to always join in. So, from me to you, I love y'all till forever. And I mean that shit. Till the next time, always remember to engage respectfully with your neighbor. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.